comic books, movies, TV, and more. Nerds are everywhere. It's time to assemble! It's Nerds United.
Hello and welcome to a very special Nerds United on the Jitter Monkey Podcast Network, on YouTube, and most importantly, on your hearts and on your minds. I'm your host, Greg Mahachko. Joining me as always, he is the reigning and defending, undefeated, undisputed co-host of the year, Mike Luther. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
Why am I talking like this?
I don't know. Just it's something you started, and then it's just how your brain works. I don't know.
It is, which is, all right. Let's. I'm not going to start over. I'm not going to try again.
Right.
But by God, like it's in the afternoon.
Yep.
Nobody's asleep in my house. Nobody else is here in my house besides me. So come on, Greg. Let's get a little energy going, okay?
Yes.
Because otherwise, we'll be here till midnight if I keep talking like this with this amount of enthusiasm.
Not with my laptop. We definitely will not last till midnight.
One of the reasons that I'm excited to record this afternoon is because I don't feel great. I don't know if it's allergies or what. I have some congestion in this region here.
Okay.
So I kind of would like to be asleep in bed by 9 o'clock. Notice I said in bed and not in chair.
True. Yes.
So, but how are you, sir? How's your week been?
Week has been pretty good so far. Just working out. I worked out at midnight yesterday because I was up and I was like,
I don't want to interrupt, but I seek clarification. Mm-hmm. Midnight yesterday or midnight today?
Midnight today. So,
man, were you the only one there?
No.
What?
No. Yeah. There's probably 4 or 5 other people there. You know, do
you just like look around the room and be like, couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep.
No, I normally just don't talk to the people.
Like, why would I talk to people?
Yeah,
there's people who share similar interests with me. We're all here working out at midnight.
Yeah,
like lunatics.
So I got my Friday workout out of the way, and
nice.
then I'm gonna
what
try.
What about your Thursday workout?
Well, Thursday was a rest day.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Thursday was a rest day. Friday I got my workout in already, and then I'm hoping to do Saturday morning at the latest, because Saturday afternoon I'm going to Oktoberfest, but it's in where I live,
right?
And it's literally like I could walk there if I want to.
But that would be fun and probably safe.
Yes, and then later today I'm going. Actually, probably right after this, I'm going to my mom's and going to help her move some stuff.
Well, you tell your mom I said hi.
I will, for sure,
because she is one of those people who likes me.
Yes, indeed.
And it is that list of people's dwindling.
It's all right. We get old, and it happens. So what have you been up to?
I have been running around quite a bit this week, which is probably why I'm a little worn down. But no, I mean, I'm doing okay. I've been home, honestly. When I started out, like when I was looking at my calendar, my schedule for the week on Sunday, I said, "Oh, I'm not going to be home until Friday night." Like that's right. Won't see my family. But I moved some things around, ducked out of some things early, and lo and behold, I was able to be home and help put the twins to bed 3 out of the 4 nights this week. So
perfect.
That's a win, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That is pretty good,
and it makes my wife happy. If I'm around helping.
I'm sure it does.
I think some days.
So we got a couple of things on the docket, not too many really, but we might keep this somewhat short. Well, when I say short, I mean like maybe less than an hour and a half. Try to go for an hour maybe. But I was wondering, just so we can, I don't know, say get it out of the way, but I want to do it first. Do you want to talk about? Actually, you know what? Should we talk about comics we've gotten?
I think that would be a great place to start, okay. Mike.
So, I'll talk about. I finished some comic books. So I finished one you let me borrow, which is We Live Volume 1.
Yes.
And I kind of messaged you about that and said, really, really good, but unexpected ending.
That's the one I didn't tell you about the ending a couple years back, right? Like I
To be honest, if you did, I didn't remember. So
oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it was. I guess maybe not spoiled.
No, yeah,
For
no,
you?
yeah, wasn't
So-
spoiled. And then so I'm interested in what they do with We Live 2.
Well,
Volume
I
2.
have that.
I know. The other one I read or finished reading was the Knight's End or Knight's Terror DC Knight's Terror edition.
Yes.
So I finally got the main story and the end of it. I've had a ton of the tie-ins as well. I've liked the story. I'm curious. I know in November it continues on with. Hold on, it was in the back here. Something with the Titans. I forget. Oh, Beast World. To be continued in Beast World in November 2023. And I might, see how that cover looks and pick it up and stuff. I agree with you. It was short. I don't know if that's good or bad though. It was only a 2-month run, which I'd kind of rather have that than we don't know how long this is going to be run.
Sure.
But there was, God, I'm just guessing probably 20, probably actually if you're 2 volumes, probably like 40 different tie-ins, I want to say. And I read a ton of them. Like I'm to the point now where I finally have to go and get, the bags and boards to,
There we go.
be a little proper now.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yes. And so I got a ton of tie-ins and you didn't really need them at all. Like,
No.
Like really, you can just get the main story and you get the gist of it.
Okay.
Really. Granted, I like that I got some tie-ins because it'll more reading for me, which is good, and it allowed me to know a little bit more about some characters that I wasn't sure about, like Punchline. Not that I would probably pick up a Punchline comic still, but still more knowledge is good. And then the last one I finished reading was I don't know if I talked about this one or not. Once in Future. There we are. So, and I have Once in Future. This is volume 1. The King is Undead. Really enjoyable story. Got that King Arthur storyline, but it's modern day. There's a ghost hunter. There's a grandma ghost hunter. I know I have volumes. I want to say 2, 3, and 4 downstairs.
I think you do.
That's yeah. And so I'm going to continue on with those eventually, but I really enjoyed this. And then I went to Heroic Adventures, Edwardsville, Illinois, and well, you should check them out.
Just kidding.
I got a couple more. Even though I told myself like I gotta watch the money, I gotta not spend as much. And it's way too easy to spend too much money there. I mean, comic books are not cheap. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go on, and then I'll tell you where I disagree.
Okay. So the first one I got was Nightwing.
Okay.
By Tom Taylor.
Oh, a little Jason Todd action.
Yes, indeed. Just because Nightwing's cool.
Just kidding. Just kidding, you nerds out there. I know that's Dick Grayson. Come on now.
Nope. That's Bart Allen.
That's not even the right hero set.
Nope. That's Bart Allen. Good old Bart.
Good old BA.
Speaking of Bart Allen, I got Booster Gold.
How is that speaking of Bart Allen?
Because Bart and Booster, they both start with B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And then Flash starts with an F, and what comes around the letter F? Gold, G.
That's a stretch, but I'll allow it.
Nope. But so I
Judge Mills Lane.
Booster Gold, writer Jeff Johns, Jeff Katz, Dan Jurgens, Norm Rapmund, probably got all those. And this is a 52 one, I believe.
Oh, new 52?
New 52, yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, I have never read a Booster Gold, just kind of solo comic book, and so it looked pretty good. And the last one also piqued my interest a little bit was I had to go Marvel one. I went Curse of the Man Thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Ripped straight out of the pages of that one show you like.
Yes, Werewolf by Night.
Yep.
So I got those 3. So what did you get?
Well, I have some impending thunder, I'm afraid, Mike.
Ooh.
But we don't have time for that. No, you said that comics are expensive, and they
Yes,
can
they
be.
are.
Unless you happen to go places, or not places, but unless you happen to go on like Batman Day. Because if you go on Batman Day, you get some free Batman comics.
You can get some free, yes.
So that's what I acquired last Saturday, Twilight Comics, Swansea, Illinois. And I have read one of them so far. And the one that I have read is Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo.
Ooh, that looks nice.
They're not dynamic anymore. They're deadly. And they are on a quest to rescue Harley Quinn from an unknown attacker. And it's a free version, so there's some fluff on the back end, but it's a pretty intriguing story so far. So I might have to do a little bit more digging and perhaps acquire Batman and the Joker, the Deadly, because it's who doesn't like those odd couple pairings, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I hope they do more with this Batman and Joker characters. You
think that maybe they haven't been highlighted enough?
Not yeah. Those are some obscure. If we're talking obscure, DC characters, those are on my list.
They don't get any more obscure than Batman and Joker.
That's right.
The other one that I acquired, which I have not read yet, is Batman Catwoman: The Gotham War. Prelude.
I've seen the cover for that one at different comic book shop, but I didn't pick it up, or maybe I saw it in a comic book. Honestly, I don't remember.
Also acquired some more of the Gargoyles that we all know that I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
And again, check out Nerds United social medias for those, and especially TikTok. I'm not going to go and rehash my thoughts on that, but I'll say quickly, I feel like if you grew up in the 90s and you grew up enjoying the Gargoyles cartoon, you're missing the boat if you're not picking up these comic books. Let's stay on DC side quickly. And actually, let me see if I have the picture. Let me try to get it into the system here. Because these two, I really wanted, I didn't want them to be haphazard visual presentations. So I found, it was right. I didn't have to find it. It was almost staring at me in the face on one of the end caps. And it is Dark Knights of Steel, Volume 1.
Okay.
Which is for those of you who are just listening to the audio version of this and not watching us on YouTube, it is your DC heroes in medieval times. So
yes.
I'm very excited to dig into that because, hey, I like these Elseworlds types of stories. The ones in the canon are fine, but give me something that looks a little different. And Marvel did something similar to this. I think they called it like Marvel 1612 or don't hold me to that year, but they put the Marvel characters into a pre-modern time. So, post-Renaissance, pre-modern. And those were, again, fun books to read. And so the other one that I acquired that I'm pretty excited to dig into at some point in the not too distant future. It's Kurt Busiek, who we know and love because he's been around for a long, long time, and that is Astro City.
Ah, yes. Nice.
And what I liked most about this one was, A, it was on sale. And 2, I don't know nothing about this particular book, these particular characters. And what I can tell you, courtesy of our friends at Goodreads.com, is Astro City Volume 1, which is just so happens to be the volume that I have right now. Citizens are affected by the many super beings who live there in Astro City.
All right. Hey, it looks interesting to me, and I'm sometimes like you, whereas like it might pique my interest more if I don't know the characters.
Right.
Really depends on my mood, because sometimes it's like, a Batman one, I want that because I know what that character is about. But
sure.
Even like Strange Adventures, I had no idea about that. Or Mr. Miracle was another one.
I mean, this has some good ratings on Goodreads.com. It's from 1996. This book is almost 30 years old. But I'm going to have to check or test your comic book knowledge. Who the cover art that we see here?
Mm-hmm.
Whose cover art does that resemble?
Your friend.
My friend.
Yeah. Alex Ross.
And so, of course, Alex Ross did the cover here. He also did the artwork through the entire book for Marvels, from, of course, Marvel, which is also written by Kurt Busiek, but that was 1994. So that predates Astro City here by a couple of years. So just a little fun trivia, you know.
Little fun fact. I like those.
I apologize if I keep ducking off camera, but I have an insanely runny nose, and I'm just, you know, I don't want to put my hanky up here, so I just.
Understandable. Well, those are some good comic books. Always good to have those around. Now, or do you have more? Do you have more?
Well,
I don't want to interrupt you if you have more.
No, not so much on the comic book side, but something we were talking about is you know, going into things with preconceived notions or going into things blind. You know, we talked a little bit about that in our weekly prep.
Yeah. So what the reason for that was? Let me see what I had. Okay. Reason for that was I started watching Ahsoka. Right. Now I will call myself a Star Wars like observer or familiar. Like I've watched, you know, the most of the movies. You know, like I know who Ahsoka is. Basically, I watched a couple episodes of Rebels, and there was another one I can't remember, Clone Wars, I think. But the reason I say all that is because I went into watching this kind of at a blank slate. Yeah. But there were certain moments where I think if I was a fan, I would be like maybe more excited for it. But it didn't. Not being a fan didn't hurt me.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. Like in the very first episode, Ahsoka, I forgot what she was doing, but like whoever is like, you know who could help you out? And she's like, yeah, but I don't think she wants to. Now, a fan possibly, and again, I don't know this, might possibly have been like, oh, I know exactly who they're talking about. Right. I didn't know who they were talking about, but it didn't matter. I knew there's somebody in her past. And then obviously when you meet Sabine, I guess spoilers, I don't know, it's in the first episode. I didn't need to know the backstory of it. Now, would knowing the backstory maybe help fulfill it more? Maybe. Or and I thought about this, sometimes I think it hurts it. So one instance I was thinking about for as far as being a fan or not being a fan is you have to go all the way back to Spider-Man 3. You know, Tobey
2006?
Maguire. Sure. Tobey Maguire, Topher Grace, Spider-Man 3. I knew about Venom. I knew how Venom should be. I knew how Peter Parker with the symbiote should have been, right? So I was somewhat disappointed when they turned, instead of just kind of like this badass Peter Parker, they made him emo and he eats cookies. They're messy, you know, and he doesn't like to pay his rent, you know, and he dances. And then they made Venom like he's supposed to be this huge guy, you know, and they made him, you know, I think Topher Grace probably put on some muscle, I'm sure, but he wasn't, and it was nothing. But then, the reason I say that is because I've talked to other people before who didn't know anything about, you know, Black Suit Superman or Venom, and they watched it like, oh, it was great, I loved it. So I'm like, oh, so I went in with a certain expectation and that expectation wasn't met. So me being a fan kind of hurt me watching that movie. And you can even go like slightly closer to time, WandaVision, when they're going like, hey, I have a special scientist engineer you might want to meet. And then, of course, anybody who's a fan is like, oh, my God, they're going to introduce Reed Richards finally. Or probably maybe a number of the other 100 scientists, engineers that Marvel has. You know, one I might not even know about, but I'm like, oh, yes, I'm excited. I get to learn about a new character. I'm going to go wherever they are. It's Dr. Bling Blong. And I'm going to figure out, I'm going to read some Dr. Bling Blong comics. And no, it was just nobody, just some regular scientist guy. So I wasn't sure if being a fan, like for Star Wars, going back to that. If I know some people that are a fan of Star Wars, and if they get something wrong, like Sabine, is the character, they're like, oh, that's not how they're supposed to be. Now, granted, I haven't heard this yet, but if that were the case, they're going to be disappointed on it.
Right.
I'm not going to be disappointed on Ahsoka at all.
And I think what it kind of boils down to is, first of all, when we fans have unmet expectations.
Yes.
From just look at okay, good example. You recently read Gore the God Butcher saga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you saw the movie first.
Right.
If you had read the comic first and then watched the movie, would you be like, oh, that wasn't even close?
Probably. I'd be like, ooh, that's okay. Yeah.
And so I think in a lot of regards, we are our own worst enemies, like the fans, because you're not going to satisfy everybody. The deal saying is you're going to satisfy some of the people all the time and all the people some of the time, but you're never going to satisfy all the people all the time. There's never going to be that one project, be it movie, TV show, whatever, that just hits and nobody complains about it.
Yeah, true.
So, I think we all have to do that in our personal lives too, is managing expectations, and I'm guilty of it. But when we blow it up to an IP that is beloved by millions across the world, and with the access to social media that everybody has, then everybody gets the bitch about it, But I definitely know what you're saying. I think I would rather, in this context, I think I'd rather be like you, going into Ahsoka blind. That being said, I watched Rebels earlier in this year, which I've talked about a few times, and there are no trip ups for me, no hang ups for me at all. There might be some people who deep dove over the last decade or whatever into Rebels, say, the color of that piece of uniform was off 3 shades.
Right.
Boycott. I'm sure those people exist. Those people need to find lives.
Yeah, and to be fair, I haven't, as far as the reviews go, I think the reviews for Ahsoka have been really good. So, I watching Ahsoka, which I'm on episode 6 now, and I think I have like 20 minutes left. Just met, I guess, I don't know, spoiler alert for anybody, but
Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, I just met Grand Admiral Thrawn, and that was another one that, like, I don't remember seeing him in the 1 or 2 episodes of Rebels, the animated show that I watched, but I saw enough on Facebook to where I know he's a big deal, and then even if I didn't, there was like the music and the everything around it. He's a big deal, because they take a while to cinematically show him.
And I'll say this too, is when the announcements were made, like the casting, etc., that the same actor who voiced the character in Rebels was going to be painted blue and play the live version. Like, there was so much joy. That was definitely but if the actor who voiced Thrawn was, I'm going to be delicate about it, 5'10", 350 pounds, that would never happen.
Like,
but no, I do think that Ahsoka's, it's a fun show. It's, I always leave it like, oh man, I got to wait another week for the episode. But we talked about binging and patience and yeah. And we got to do that for a lot, because we have to do that for Only Murders in the Building too.
Yeah, God, that's,
I think 2 more.
I want to say 2 more. I'm hoping 2 more. The last one was really good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
We find out things.
Mm-hmm. We find out, there's some surprises and some things you may know and things you may not know.
Some things I definitely didn't know.
Yeah.
And now I know.
Yeah. But
All
maybe
because
next episode, those things you thought you knew. No.
No.
It's other things you know.
Speaking of, do you know, like in those reels and those tickety talk videos, the music underneath that, it's like the poor decision music. It's the oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. My twins love singing that.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for you because that's so annoying. Anytime if I'm scrolling through TikTok and that music pops up, I swipe as fast as possible.
Or you don't even mute, you just snap.
Oh yeah, no, I just
I'm taking our picture because best friend of the show, Josh, said he's got games. Oh, I think I just sent that picture to you.
Sweet. Well, I got a message. Let me check it. They sent a photo.
Hey, look, it's familiar faces. There we go. All right, Mike, are you ready to move on?
Yes, let's
Do you want to do the ones with pictures first or without pictures?
do with pictures first.
Okay. Mike, you had the brilliant idea to blind rank some stuff this week, and specifically blind rank the X-Men movies.
Yes, that's one of the things. We're blind ranking X-Men movies, which we've talked about. Like, really, it's just any movie that has an X-Men character in it.
Right. Yeah, we really opened it up. And I hope I got them all. Because unlike, like DC villains or Marvel heroes, there's an exact number of X-Men movies.
Yes.
And I hope I got them all.
Okay, well, we're going to find out. And we're going to find out what your rankings are on them.
Okay. Oh, does that mean I'm going first?
You'll go first, yeah.
Okay, so I'm giving you the ones, and then you blind rank them. Is that how I'm understanding that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
All right.
can work.
All right. We're gonna.
I got my paper ready. So...
Oh, all right. He's back. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
All right. 1 through 5 this time.
Yep.
Not 1 through 6. Okay. Well, let's start out with this gem from 2011 that relaunched the IP, shall we? And that is X-Men First Class.
I hate to go with a number one right off the bat.
Oh,
but man, I'm tempted to. Okay, you know what? X-Men First Class gets the first class spot. Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go to I don't have the years for all these.
That's quite all right. Neither do I.
Let's go with the Wolverine, which, by the way, if you look at the picture here, is coming soon. No, it happened about 12 years ago.
I'm waiting for it. The Wolverine was a better of the Wolverines, but I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. Let's go with the one that started it all, shall we? And that was all the way back in 2000, I believe. X-Men.
I'm happy to put that one at a 2 spot. Very happy.
Okay. We're just
I watched it within the last couple of years. It still holds up.
We're going to okay. You did say, and I clarified, any movie that has an X-Men.
Absolutely.
Deadpool,
yeah. I have to put Deadpool at 4. I'm not happy about it. I would put it normally higher up, but it goes at 4. It's not a 5 spot, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of the 5 spot, because you only have 5 and 6 left.
Nope, I only have 5 left because we remember we.
Oh, that's right. We're only doing 5. Okay, well then never mind. That doesn't change anything here. But the New Mutants.
I'm very happy to have that at 5. I would put it at 6 if it could be.
All right. So the New Mutants, which you can watch. I think you can watch that actually on Disney Plus right now. I don't know why you'd want to. If you've seen it, you've seen it, and you probably don't need to go back.
Yeah, definitely not.
So, all right. So give everybody your 5, and I will match them here.
Okay. I got number 1, First Class. Number 2, OG X-Men.
Yep.
Number 3, The Wolverine.
All right.
Number 4, Deadpool.
Yep.
And number 5, New Mutants.
Okay.
New Mutants was a good call. I did not think of that one, but that's good.
All right. Well, let's take off the solo. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm back. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start off with X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, that is, you know what? I tell you what, as far as the X-Men movies go, that's one of the worst. So I'm going to put that at 5.
You're not wrong there.
Actually, can I put that at 4? I'm sorry.
4, sure.
I want to put that at 4. I'm going to leave a little wiggle
4.
room for something worse.
Okay. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, let's get that here. So many flaws.
Yes.
But I wonder if we'd have Deadpool if we didn't have this version of Wade Wilson.
Who knows?
And I really liked Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth. And
I heard there, yes.
I heard there are rumors that he might be coming back in that role in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I want to give it a 3. I do, but I gotta go 5.
5.
Like,
okay.
My apologies to Hugh Jackman.
X2.
X2. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll probably have this one at 2. Everything from that White House and the debut of Nightcrawler in a live action version. So much to like about this movie. I'm going X2 X-Men United. I'm going 2.
Perfect. OG X-Men.
3.
3.
I know it's the one that started it all, but when I was finding the images for all of these, they have if the movie came out in 2000, they were probably doing principal filming in 98, 99.
Right.
And scrawny Hugh Jackman standing there without a shirt. I'm like, it broke my heart.
Okay, here's the funny part, though. You say scrawny Hugh Jackman, but really it's just like that's fit Hugh Jackman without steroids.
No, there are no steroids in Hollywood, Mike.
Yeah, of course not.
All right, last one.
Do you want to know what your number 1 movie is?
I hope it's a good one. I have a feeling you're going to sting me.
Nope, it's a good one. X-Men First Class.
Oh, okay. Yep. Very nice.
We both have the same number 1s.
By completely different.
Yeah.
So let's recap. I hope you wrote mine down.
I did. So you started off with, of course, X-Men First Class.
X-Men First Class number 1.
Yep. And then number 2 is X2, interestingly enough.
X-Men United.
Number 3 is X-Men.
Yep.
Number 4 is X-Men Apocalypse.
There you are.
And number 5 is X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Ta-da! So I'm gonna bring you back in here, Mike. There he is. Hi, everybody. All right, so let's remind the viewers of the movies that didn't even get listed.
Okay.
Didn't even get named. We have X3: The Last Stand.
Yes. Not a great movie.
We have X-Men: Dark Phoenix.
I have it, and I think I've watched it. I don't know why I bought it, but I did.
I watched it once. I didn't pay for it. One I'm surprised neither one of us selected, and that is X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that one. That would have been near the top for my list.
We had Deadpool, but we didn't have Deadpool 2.
I don't know what I like more, Deadpool or Deadpool 2, and it would probably Deadpool, to be honest with you. But Deadpool 2, I know people sleep on it, and people talk bad about it, but I didn't hate it.
I like it, but I do prefer Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Logan.
Logan's good. You know what? It's been so long since I watched Logan. I got to go back and rewatch it.
And I'll tell you what. I think the reason that one doesn't get a whole lot of rewatchability, and I'll probably say this the same about the Batman, is it's just too heavy.
Yes. Yeah.
The reason Deadpool, Spider-Man, you got to be able to lift some spirits from time to time and be able to laugh. And I know that we sit here, they say, I say not all comic book movies have to follow that Marvel formula and be light and peppy. And that's why I think one of the reasons why the Batman worked, Logan worked, because it was supposed to be the last time we ever saw Hugh Jackman pop the claws.
Yeah.
But it's just, there has to be a little bit of joy and not just so much bleak darkness, because the world's bleak and dark enough, Mike.
You're right, because if I think about sitting down and watching either one, the Batman or the Logan, Yeah, it's like, oh, it's gonna be a great watch, but I'm gonna be sitting there in the end, just be like, oh god.
It's
All right.
It's an emotional toil.
Yes. Maybe watch it and then have like circus music on in the background, you know?
I'm making a few last minute.
Okay, good, because I am at 36%.
Oh, golly, we could go a whole 35 more minutes.
Well, we might be able to. Let's go as much as we can. Well, actually, I mean, before we don't have. Well, the only other thing we had is Percy Jackson. They had a teaser trailer for that for the I guess the reboot of it, Percy Jackson and the Olympian thief
for the series.
For the series, yes,
that will be on Disney Plus. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, is technically the name of the first book that this first season, my understanding, will be modeled off of.
Nice. And I want to say that comes out in December.
Yes.
So my plan is before December, I'm going to watch the other Percy Jackson.
Well, there are 2 movies to choose from.
Well, I'll watch them both. I'm sure they're not too long, 3 hours long.
No, I think about 2 hours. And I'll tell you what, they did give us. I'm probably going to get her name wrong. Alexandria Daddario.
Mm-hmm. Alexandria, I'd like to be her daddy Ario.
IYKYK.
Yes. So yeah. So and then the other thing, I didn't even write it down, but I messaged you. Santa Claus 2 comes out November 8th. Oh, sorry, the Santa Clauses Dose. The second season comes out November 8th. I'll probably check that out. And also, you know, one thing I think we've slept on for a bit is Loki season 2 comes out really soon, like October 5th, I think.
I mean, you know, it'll get here.
Yeah.
I'm more excited based on what I've seen in the trailers and promotional material. I'm more excited for this season than I was the first season.
Okay.
So,
well, good.
All right, Mike, shall we get to our second blind rank?
Yes.
I don't have pictures of these folks. My sincerest apologies. The reason I don't is because what we're going to blind rank now are breakfast foods. Easy for me to say.
Yes.
And that is just too vast.
It is. It is
too vast to try to have a pool of them all. I don't even have the ones that I'm going to pitch to Mike because I'm not going to lie, I just wrote them down.
Okay, that's fine. It's better that way.
Okay.
And I don't have pictures either, so it's okay. And if I did, it wouldn't matter.
And I wish that I had the food right in front of me that I could just display. Look at this. This is it. And take a bite.
Okay.
But I don't have that either.
All right. You want me to start? I'll ask you to start off this time. Okay.
Yeah.
You know. All right. We're gonna go with
1 through 5, right?
1 through 5, of course. Okay. We're gonna go with pancakes.
3.
3. Okay. Next up, scrambled eggs with cheese.
Ooh. Just that?
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay.
I mean, you know, like we all do breakfast different.
Not a protein guy. That's okay. Plain oatmeal.
5.
Okay. Interesting.
I really don't like where this is going.
No, I think you'll end up okay, to be honest with you. A strawberry. I put berry, but I would say strawberry. A strawberry spinach smoothie.
6.
Can't do that. You got
2.
2. Oh, 2. Okay, interesting. You really like that? Okay.
You are.
No, I think this one you'll like. Biscuits and gravy.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your order that you like them in is number 1 spot. You gave biscuits and gravy, which I would kind of agree with you there.
That would be my number 1 without being blind.
Yeah. Number 2, a berry spinach smoothie.
I'd put pancakes in that spot.
Well, you put pancakes at 3.
I know. I'd put the scrambled eggs with cheese in that spot.
Scrambled eggs with cheese at 4, and then a plain oatmeal at 5, and that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
All right, what you got for me?
I guess first of all, do you actually eat all of those breakfasts that you just kicked?
I would eat pancakes, but it's been a while. Scrambled eggs with cheese, yes, absolutely. Plain oatmeal, no. I'll put stuff in my oatmeal. I do. I do smoothies and not often, but maybe a couple times a week. I did yesterday a strawberry banana peanut butter protein smoothie, which was really good, and then biscuits gravy, of course. Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So my list to you, and these are the ways that I wrote them down. So there's no funny business.
Right, of course.
Cold cereal.
Cold cereal. I'll put it at a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about waffles?
Waffles, I'm going to go up to a 2.
All right. Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that's 1. There's only one other food you could say that I would be like, oh, that should have been 1, but I'm hoping you don't say that one.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
So you gave me eggs and cheese.
Yes.
I'm going to give you eggs and bacon.
See the bacon. God dang it. Now, if you would have gone just okay, eggs and bacon, I have to go to a 4 spot.
All right. And last but not least, breakfast burritos.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Really?
Because it depends on what's in the burrito. Like
what's your go-to?
Meat and cheese.
Yeah, not egg.
Oh yeah, throw some egg in there. Yeah,
scrambled egg, little breakfast sausage, some shredded cheese, and I like to have a little hot sauce on mine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Little hot sauce.
The eggs and bacon was the tough one because, well, one, I only had 2 spots left.
Yeah,
but really, it's like the bacon would go like a number 1 spot if I could.
Sure.
Eggs itself, it depends how the eggs are. Like just plain scrambled eggs, me. Eggs with cheese, though. Omelet, if it's made right, yes.
That's why I didn't even throw like a bacon, egg, and cheese omelet at you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or so I don't know if you're guilty. I'm guilty of the McDonald's bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, breakfast sandwiches.
I haven't been to McDonald's in forever.
That's probably safe.
It hasn't changed my body at all. Honestly, like I've been thinking about going to McDonald's for a while now, and I would not be opposed to those. By the way, I'm not against those breakfast sandwiches.
I make the mistake of, and it's not really a mistake, but I'm like, you know what? 1 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich is good, but 2 really gets us rocking that day.
Yeah. So you think like I do. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine, and she mentioned something about McDonald's. I forgot what it was. Oh, she just randomly mentioned, like, do you like chicken McNuggets? And I was like, I haven't had them in years, but yeah. I was like, and then later on I messaged her. I was like, I'm thinking about chicken McNuggets. And she's like, you can just go there and she's like, she goes, it's fine to just get like a 4-piece. I'm like, 4-piece?
Yeah, get a 20-piece.
I'm a 4-piece. I'll have the 4-piece finished before I get home.
Yeah, the 4-piece finished before you get out of the parking lot.
Right, exactly. 4-piece. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I remember when they came out with the 20-piece. I was both aghast and also very excited.
Yes,
I was excited.
Do they still have the 20-piece?
Oh yeah,
nice.
Oh yeah. I mean, they come in like 2 10-pieces now. Like they don't have the box, like the 20-piece box anymore. Yeah. Cheapskates. All that damn money can't keep in stock 1 little box for us fat people. So
I would say, just like we talked about last episode, I do not need to go to McDonald's at all. No. I don't need to go to any fast food place. Am I going to? Probably sometime this week, yes. But I'm trying to limit myself.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I had prearranged with my wife. We're just ordering pizza tonight.
Don't you do that most nights?
We do that most Friday nights.
Most Friday nights. Okay, yeah.
So, like last night, I actually made biscuit and gravy for dinner.
Oh, okay.
And the night before, we had something else.
Tonight, I am going. Like I said, after this, I'm going to my mom's, and so I'll probably have dinner there, which might be a pizza or might be Mexican, or we might grill burgers. I'm not sure, but that's one of the 3 we usually do, which I'm fine with all those. But quick before anything happens, which I think would be fine. But my list was number 1, biscuits and gravy. Number 2 had waffles. 3, cold cereal, which actually I'd probably cold cereal down more if I could. 4, eggs and bacon, and 5 burritos. Breakfast burritos, of course.
Okay. Well, I like everything on the list that I sent you.
I look, I like it too. You put it in front of me, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we're both guilty of that one.
Yeah.
So. All right, Mike. Well, this is a lot of fun. I appreciate you squeezing me in before you go visit your mom. So give her all of Nerds United Universe's best.
Will do.
And have a great rest of your evening. For everybody out there listening, when this particular episode drops, which will probably be Saturday, thank you so much for joining us, whether it's the audio version on your favorite podcast app or right here in the video form on youtube.com. And check out all of our socials via the link tree that we will make known to you via the many ways that we can make things known to you. That fell off there at the end. But for the co-host of the year, Mike Luther, I'm Greg Mahochko. This is Nerds United, a Jittery Monkey podcast. We remind you each and every week to be kind
and rewind.
This is a production of the Jittery Monkey Podcast Network. For more jittery shenanigans, go to jitterymonkey.com.